What's going on, YouTube? Back at you with another video. My name's Mike. Want to tell you what I got going on. So I wanted to get some better video footage, some better angles of my DIY solar install. And what better way to do that than with a drone? So I decided to look into some drones, and initially I looked at the GoPro Karma. So on paper, this thing looks pretty cool. So with the purchase, you get the drone, you get the camera, and you also get the Karma grip. So you're getting several different products, so you can pop the end of it, the gimbal out of the end of it, put it on the grip, and you can get some stable footage like that. Then you got the drone and all that stuff with your action camera on there that can shoot great video footage, and it works really well. And it's also 3-axis stabilized. With the controller, you have the screen built into it, and it just looks really cool on paper. Then I started looking into some videos and reading about people's experiences with these things. They're pretty bad. And if you look on GoPro's site, they have discontinued the drone line, but they're still selling them. I guess they're just trying to move the rest of the inventory. So, and they're really big. So I steered away from it, especially for my first drone. I didn't want to deal with that headache. And hearing about some of the horror stories with GoPro's customer service, I didn't want to deal with any of that. So I decided to go with the Spark from DJI. And it was kind of between the Spark and the Parrot Bebop 2, because it was like the Parrot Bebop 2 at the time that I was looking was like $250 at Best Buy, and the DJI Spark for just the drone is like $360, and at the time I was looking, and it was like, but it was also like $360 with a remote. You definitely got to have the remote. You can't control it with your phone, and I even know that. I've never even flown a drone before, and I know that you shouldn't be trying to control it with your phone, trying to put your thumbs on the screen. You can't feel the toggle. That just sounded terrible. But with the remote, it was still $360, so you're getting the remote for free. So, but then I decided, because I knew I wanted an extra battery, and so I decided to go with the Fly More combo. And that was, at the time, it was like $460. It was Saturday, the Saturday after Black Friday. So I was able to pick it up for $460 at Best Buy. And so let's show you what I got. So here's what you get in the DJI Spark Fly More combo kit. Pretty much everything comes in these two cases right here. When you open the box, pretty much everything will be in here. So let's take a look in here. I tried to fit it in here as best I could, but to be completely honest, I don't care for this case. You're actually supposed to put everything in here. Don't care for it. I ordered another one off from Amazon. It should be here tomorrow, and it should fit everything better than this one, but we'll go ahead and open it up and I'll show you what I did fit in here. So we got the controller right here, and I put the prop guards in, the power brick, and then off to the side I put a couple of instruction manuals, probably the ones that I would need the most, and the charging hub. Up in the top I put some cables and the SD card adapter, USB cable and power cable, and an adapter cable so that I can plug it in, the USB cable into my phone, because my phone's USB-C. But I mean, as you can see, it's not very big at all, and you're supposed to fit all this stuff plus the drone in there, plus the 2 batteries. And I didn't really care for that. I felt like it was going to crush the drone, so put that aside. Alright, so Here's the drone. So it comes in this, it's styrofoam. You could rock this for a little while, but I can see it deteriorating, especially the piece of plastic that they use on the backside for the hinge. But I mean, you could use it for a little while. So let's open it up. So that's how it looks when it's in there. Got the 2 batteries. Technically this would hold 3 batteries because you could have one in the drone. And it comes with a couple extra propellers. And there's the drone right there. This was looking like to be one of the smallest drones. Some of the other DJI products, their wings fold in, so they're pretty close to the same size or smaller when they're folded up. But they were more expensive, and I didn't want to spend a whole bunch of money if I'm not going to get into this. So I wanted to start with this. Another reason that I decided to go with this over the Parrot Bebop 2 was I liked the gimbal. It's a 2-axis gimbal. It doesn't go, it's not like some of the other ones that are 3-axis, but the 2-axis I think is good for at least a beginner. It doesn't shoot in 4K, which to me is not that big a deal. I don't know how many people really want to watch YouTube videos in 4K. I don't care. Most of the time you're watching on your mobile device anyway, and it's going to be buffering forever, even when you try and select 1080p. So this does shoot in 1080p, 30 frames a second. There's a lot more videos that have a lot better specs and showing you things like that. But I wanted to show you a couple of things. The camera does tilt up and down, which is one of the things that I really liked, because I wanted to be able to go above my house and be able to look straight down at it. The Parrot Bebop 2 has like a really wide fisheye lens, which it's interesting because it like will follow around digitally in that image, so it looks like the camera's panning, but it's not. So that's actually kind of neat. And so this is my first drone, and if you want to join me outside, I'm going to take you for my very first drone flight ever. I already have this set up and paired and updated and all that stuff, so hopefully it won't need more updates in the last couple of days. So we can just get to flying or crashing if that's what's going to happen. I might cry if it does crash, but I guess it happens to a lot of people, so more likely would have happened if I had gotten the GoPro Karma. So hopefully there's less of a chance of crashing. So if you want to join me outside, let's get to it. Well, thanks for joining me outside. Here we are about to take our first flight. So before we take flight, we have to have this inspected. So let's get the inspector over here to make sure this is safe to fly. Rimshot, come here. Come here, Rimshot. Here, what is this? What is it? What is it, Rimshot? Rimshot. I guess it passes. So we're good to fly. So let me turn everything on. Get the controller turned on. Get the drone turned on. Get connected to the controller and drone. Apparently there's more firmware to update. All right, well, we're all updated again. We're ready to fly. So I guess we start recording on the drone so we can have some of that of our first flight. I think we're recording, maybe not. No, we're recording now. All right, so we use this button and then we slide to take off. And then it hovers. It's getting mad because it senses the camera. All right, so let's go up. Luckily, it's a really still day today. There's like almost no wind, so let's see. We can control the camera, make it look down. Flip it up, flip it back down. Now we're looking straight down.
That is going up. How does anybody do this? This is very unnatural feeling.
Now I do have it on beginner mode, so that can, the controls actually react a little slower because I am a beginner.
So I literally got this just so I can get an overhead shot of my house.
Because I can't get that high with a camera.
Surprisingly enough, this is not that difficult to control.
I've had some of those like $40, $20 cheap remote control helicopters and never had any fun with those because they were pain.
But this is quite nice. I can see how this is addictive.
But I feel like looking at it on my phone is not responsive enough. It doesn't respond quick enough. And using the cable to try and connect it didn't seem to do a whole lot either. I thought that would increase and better the connection. The only thing it seemed to do was charge the controller as it was plugged into my phone.
It is a little overcast today.
But again, I'm glad there's no wind. I can imagine how much harder this would be. So I don't know if I can take pictures while it's videoing. So I guess let's stop the video. And Let's try and take a picture. Let's zoom in, or not zoom in. We're going down.
Zooming in is lowering the drone.
And we only have 15 minutes of flight time. I don't see the battery on here, but that would be good to see. Oh, I think I just see my flight time now. Is that how much time I got left? That's like less than 5 minutes. Well, that's interesting. I better hurry up and get this shot then.
Low battery warning.
Uh-oh, we got a low battery warning. Trying to take a bunch of pictures to try and make sure they come out. That's one of the things I love about this is like there's camera buttons right on the controller, so I think this is the home button. No? Didn't work? Maybe I didn't, maybe you have to set home.
Landing.
Oh crap.
Stop landing.
It was like coming down right on the house. Okay, well I better get it over here. Like started descending right on the house. That's weird. I think maybe you have to set the home before. It is descending pretty slowly. But again, I also have it on beginner mode, so let's see if I can get it in frame while I'm landing. I'm like starting to freak out because I'm running out of battery.
Battery level is low. The aircraft will consume the home point in 10 seconds. Landing.
Oh, it's landing by itself. There it goes. Oh, it's just hovering. Confirm to land. Well, there it is. Let's slap in another battery and go for another flight. What do you say? Aircraft disconnected. Should reconnect in a second. Got a fresh battery in there. And should be ready to take off here in a second. Maybe? Maybe not. There it is. Now we're ready.
Take off.
I feel weird just, I mean, I can't even, I know you're not supposed to go out of range, but I feel like I have to be looking at it. I don't know if I could just fly using the screen. Yeah, see, I got full stick forward and it's just creeping right along. How do I know when I'm at 400 feet? Since you're not supposed to go over 400 feet. Well, this is what Phoenix looks like. And this is one of the reasons why I like living in Phoenix. Look at our sunsets. Or wait, no, don't, because then you might want to move here. And we already have enough people moving here. But between the sunsets, the monsoon season, and the way it smells after it rains, yeah.
Well, there you go. My first drone flight with the DJI Spark went well. Let's head back inside and we'll wrap things up. Okay, so this is my wrap up on the DJI Spark. So where to start? Let's start with the controller. So the way that this is supposed to work is your phone is supposed to slide in between here and slide up into the bottom like that. So this is the Galaxy Note 8, and it does not fit. With the case on, it definitely doesn't fit. With the case off, you can kind of wedge it up in there. It doesn't fit very well. I didn't like how it fit, and the cord didn't plug into it very well. So what I ended up doing is I just propped it up on the antennas for now, kind of like that. So while editing the video, I did notice that I stated that I used the controller with the phone mounted like this. That's what I tried at first, but I ended up just setting it down here and then holding it with my hands like that. That's what I ended up doing, but for whatever reason I didn't realize it when I was doing the video, so I just wanted to throw that in there real quick. So I did order a phone mount that's supposed to clip onto the bottom and then come up the back side. And it's supposed to hold your phone up somewhere like up in here or something like this. So it's supposed to hold your phone somewhere along the lines of this. So we'll see how that works. We'll try it again once I have that, and we'll see how that works. Also, the cord, I thought anyway, maybe I'm misunderstanding or doing something wrong, that you were able to plug your phone directly into the controller, so you're not having to rely on Wi-Fi, so you have a better connection. The only thing that the cord did for me, maybe something needs to be changed in the settings, but all it did was charge the controller from my phone. So it took power from my phone and was charging the controller. I'm not sure why. It might be something in the settings. If you guys know something, leave something in the comments. I'm gonna try and maybe watch some more videos and see if I can figure that out. But so there's the controller. It did lose connection at one point, and it said that I think if it timed out, then it was going to land itself or something like that, which hopefully it wouldn't have been on the roof or somewhere bad. So I did fly it with the prop guards on. I figured it would be a good idea to do that since it was my first flight and might protect it. I didn't want to damage it right off the bat. I mean, the propellers aren't insanely expensive, but I'd rather not have to be replacing them. It did come with an extra set. So, I mean, if I had damaged one, then it wouldn't have been the end of the world, just would have preferred not to. So I ran it with prop guards on. So, battery life. This says it's like 16 minutes of flight time. The Fly More combo comes with 2 batteries, which definitely need 2 batteries. I'm probably going to be buying more batteries. The only problem is you can't change it out while it's flying, so you got to land it and then you got to take off again or whatever. So you really can't go too far away with it. The Parrot Bebop 2 said that it had like 25 minutes of flight time, and that was kind of appealing, but I don't know, I still like this one. The 16 minutes of flight time is not great. I would rather have double that, but I didn't want to pay double the price on one of like the Mavic Air, and definitely don't want to spend money on the Mavic Pro on my first drone, because then I really would have cried if I had crashed that. So for the most part, it flew great. The connection between the phone was a little laggy, so it wasn't snappy, so it had a little bit of a delay. But I was able to take some pictures and some video footage. Hopefully, in my limited editing abilities, I was able to
put some of that footage and some of those pictures in there. So yeah, for first drone, I'm very happy with it. Flies really easy. Other than that, I mean, for the first drone, I mean, I don't have a lot of experience, but I would recommend it. It was a lot of fun to fly, and I will fly this some more. So, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share for more I Can Do It Myself videos. See you on the next one. Laters!